Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. I am currently in the 225. I've just put the weight around. You can see the marker on the front there. And we're going to go, I need to just a little bit of welding on the subsoiler before I hitch it up and get subsoiling. Just finished dung spreading, but I didn't show any of that because I'd shown plenty of dung spreading before. So Kieran's going to take that off and we're going to get this subsoiler welded up. I've got the front weight on, subsoiler's on, I've washed the windows off and she's ready to go. So here's our little 3-leg subsoiler. Should pull it fairly easy. I just put the front weight on because it's a bit sticky in places where the muck heap is. It's almost a bit big because it says ton front weight. Could do with like a 600 kilo one, but we've only got a ton of 400 kilos, so I just put the bigger one on. But yeah, it would be nice to get like a 600-700 kilo weight just for jobs like this. But yeah, let's go and have a go. Right, I'm out in the field that we were dung spreading in the last video, which was yesterday. We finished that this morning, but I didn't film any of it. So yeah, I'm out with the 225 for once, actually using it for something other than straw chopping. And it's a lovely day, as you can see, nice blue sky, and we are subsoiling. So I just showed you the subsoiler, it's here. So basically the idea of this is that we basically have topsoil and you have subsoil in a field, and subsoil is the stuff like deep, topsoil is obviously on the top. So this, it has quite long legs that goes down deep into the subsoil, breaks up any compaction and just allows it to be more free draining and gets a bit of air into the soil, so it just helps with all that sort of stuff. We definitely want to break up the compaction, especially over by the dung heap over there, because we've been driving a lot and it really compacts the soil over the winter. But we're going to do this whole field because last year the maize didn't come up very well, and this is going to be going into grass now, so it'll be in grass for at least 3 years. So we want to make sure it's right before we get the grass in. So yeah, I'm just subsoiling and I'll show you how we do it. So yeah, I've done this funny little sticky out bit in the field, and now I'm going to go this way. I've done that little piece there, so now I've got nice long straight runs, running at about 7 kilometers an hour. I don't want to go too much quicker in case I hit something, but I'm pretty sure there's nothing, no rocks or anything in this field, but we're pulling it fairly well. I mean, it doesn't look like it does much on the top, but that's the idea, to be honest. You're not really doing anything to the surface, you are, and now I'm stuck. Or I'm not stuck, I'm spinning. We'll just lift it up a little bit. It's a bit of a wet patch here. So I just, on there, I can just lift it up a little bit. If I get a little wet patch like that, then we start spinning a lot. I did put a lot of dung on this piece, so there's a little bit less traction. That's why I put the front weight on. But I am in forward drive at the minute. So yeah, we're gonna crack on with this and get this done, and then we'll get the plough on and get it ploughed up. Just probably finished 2/3 of the field, but I've got to call it a day now because we've got to get the cattle fed and things, because I'm going to a talk from the people who do our feed, do our cake. So I've got a talk tonight, so I need to be done early. So I've finished probably about 2/3 of the field, and then yeah, tomorrow we'll get on some of these ruts and pull through some of there and try and get some of the water drained. But I think the patch from the dung was will be too wet still, so we might have to just leave that patch and seed it another day when it dries out. But it should, with this weather, dry out fairly quickly. So yeah, I'll just hop out here a sec and I'll just show you a bit of a closer look at the subsoiler and how deep we were. So yeah, there's the subsoiler. We are probably the top of that deep. So I put my leg against it. Yeah, about a good 1.5 foot, I would say. by the time you add on the bottom bit. But yeah, this used to be a 2-leg one, and then we had 2 of these, so we took a leg off the other one, and then we made these feet up. There's only little small roll plough feet, so we made these bigger feet up to get more out of it. But yeah, it works quite nicely, so we'll carry on with that tomorrow. Right, back in the 225 to carry on with what we were doing yesterday. Another lovely blue sky, bright day. It's quite hot in here. But yeah, I think I probably got over halfway yesterday, so easily finish it in a couple hours, and then I think we might leave it a couple of days before we plough it, because it's still quite wet underneath, but I'll show you in a minute what it's like underneath. But yeah, I'll crack on and I'll see you in a sec. So just hopping out here, and you can see, so obviously the subsoiler, like I said, is going pretty deep up to there, probably a good foot if not more in the ground. But you can see the soil in here. It's not as bad here, but it's still quite damp underneath and quite sticky. So you can see it's coming up in big wet clumps here where I pulled the subsoil out of the ground. But there's worms in it, so that's good sign. Lots of worms in it, to be honest. You can see them all in here, all the worm holes, so hopefully it'll be alright. But yeah, it will dry out, but you can feel it underfoot. It's a little bit squidgy, and it's coming up quite lumpy. So I might leave it a couple of days before we plough it, so it doesn't bring up big lumps. But yeah, anyway, 225 is going well. Very pleased pulling it without a problem at all, to be honest. About 7k. So yeah, 3-leg subsoiler, foot in the ground, 7k. Quite wet, slippery ground because we've been dung spreading, and yeah, no problem at all. So we'll hop back in and carry on. So I'm just finishing up the headland now, just going to do a couple of passes on each end. A couple of wet patches over there that I've had to sort of lift up out of, and I'm going to leave the ruts until it dries up a bit more because they're still full of water. I'm just going to make more mess than I solve by going in there. So yeah, I'm just going to finish this headland up, and then we'll be done for a minute with this field. But yeah, the next step's going to be ploughing it, so maybe wait 2 or 3 days for it to dry out a bit, because it's supposed to be nice weather for a little while longer yet. I think I'll just pick up the subsoil around these trees so I don't rip through any roots, because last year Kieran got a bit too close to some trees and bent the subsoiler, the proper frame, so we had to change the frames over, because luckily we had 2 subsoilers, so we just took the frame off the other one. But yeah, I'll stay away from these trees because I bet there's quite a lot of big roots there. So yeah, I'm just going to finish up, and then we'll be done with this for today. That's this field all done. As you can see, I've still left these ruts in where the dung heap was that was spreading, because it's still quite wet there. That needs to dry out quite a bit before I start getting in there, because I'm just going to make more mess than I solve by going over it. I just about did this using this darker coloured stuff here. It sort of dips down there, and I just about managed to get through there. I had to just lift the subsoiler up a bit. But yeah, that's this field all subsoiled. Reduce the compaction, get some air into it, and then yeah, we'll get it ploughed, get all the muck worked into it, and then hopefully get some grass seed on. I was talking to our feed chap yesterday about what sort of best grass seed to put in, because I didn't know whether to have some clover mixes or something, but he's going to get in touch and we'll work out the best thing to do here. But yeah, that's it for this little bit of the video, and I'll see you in the next clip.